We're here today with Baker University head football coach Mike Grossner. Coach, you guys are coming off a victory over Avila to move to 7-0. Now you move on to take on your rival Mid-American Nazarene. Talk about that last game and what are some things that you hope to take with you into MNU and maybe some things you'd like not to take into that game.
Yeah, we came off the bye week playing Avila, our first Southern Conference game, which, coming off the bye, you want to get a good start. We started a little slow, but once we got going, I felt like we controlled the second and third quarter. The only negative in that ball game was personal fouls. That game got chippy between both teams, and both teams had too many personal fouls. So that was an embarrassment, but as far as the football between the yellow flags and between the lines, it was good football for us. It was a good game to get started in the conference race, and now we go over to Olathe in Mid-America, one of our rivals, and it's a huge game this weekend.
This contest is always a tough matchup. We've had some success 2 of the last 3 games we've won, but last time we came in undefeated, and it was a tough game on the road. What do you hope the team goes into this matchup with a mindset?
This is a conference championship type game. We only got 5 of them on the southern side, and both teams are sitting undefeated. Mid-America is a very good football team. They've followed us as far as opponents, so we've seen them on tape all season. I've seen them get better. The only time they've struggled was when they turned the football over. That's a big part of our game is turnover margin. So I think that's going to be a key stat in this football game. Anytime 2 good teams that get together, I bet that stat's about 98%. If you're on the good side of it, you're going to win the football game. We haven't won over there. I don't know the exact year. We broke a streak a couple years ago to get them here, but we haven't won in Olathe. I would imagine it's probably the early 90s. So we've got a challenge and a goal to go over there and end that streak. Offensively, they've got a team that's I think a juggernaut in the heart. They've got a quarterback that makes plays. Got a 2-time player of the year at tailback that's very good at running the football, and they get him the ball thrown it a little bit. Got a tight end that's an NFL prospect that can really run the field. Offensive line's a veteran offensive line. They've been together. They play well together. So I think our defense has a great challenge in controlling them and stopping them and keeping them out of our end zone. Offensively, I feel confident that our game plan is going to be good. Mid-America always has skilled defensive players. They always give you trouble up front with a pretty good pass rush. So I think the matchup's intriguing. And special teams are going to be a big part of it as well. Both sides have good skill players that can make and create plays. So it should be a good matchup.
One side of the ball that did shine last game was your special teams. Damon Nolan had a big return. Clarence Clark was perfect from his spots of kicking. How about special teams? That should be a pretty important part of this game coming up too.
Yeah, and we work at it. We put a lot of time into it, meeting time, and our kids understand it's a big part of what we are, and it produces wins at times. We've got a playmaker in Damon Nolan that we'd love to see in the open field. We've got a couple kick returners that if we get the blocks up front can pop it. Our punter, Jacob Tompkins, is one of the best in the league at pinning you down inside the 20. Clarence Clark, you take him for granted. He scored 10 points last weekend kicking the ball, and I think he had 2 TDs catching it. So he's a huge weapon to have. And so we stress it. We know it's could be a make or breaker in a game like this. And hopefully we play well, and we like to be consistent on special teams. There's weekends that we break out and make huge plays, but you never want to lose a game because of special teams.
You mentioned Javon Taylor, the running back for Mid-American Nazarene. He's been quite a player for them in his career, and that's something Avila had a little bit of success running the ball. What's your mindset going into the game from a defensive mindset from holding them from rushing?
Yeah, and I've watched, like I said, tidbits of him all year. He's the same old Javon Taylor. You wonder when he's going to graduate. but I give credit to that kid. I think he's a super football player. Last year we bottled him up a little bit, which was good. And then last weekend, I thought Avila's two backs were good, but the number 26 was especially good. He ran hard, and it exposed us a little bit. Now we'll see, can we make the corrections and tighten the ship up and have a great week of practice? And we're going to have to stop the run. I think that's a key to our success on defense. Is we got to shut down the run if we can and make them throw the football.
How about your offense? Again, put up over 50 points on the day. What do you hope your offense brings on Saturday against MNU?
Tempo, consistency. Don't turn the ball over. Protect the football like we have been doing. Protect our quarterback and let him distribute. And when the run presents it, take advantage of it. When we get in the red zone, we need to score touchdowns. And so I have great faith in our offensive staff putting together a plan. That's all they can do, and then the kids need to go out and execute it.
Coach, thank you so much for your time. Good luck Saturday.
Thank you.